What's up guys, JV2017 here, and instead of the normal tips and tricks video you all are so used to seeing on my channel, today I'd like to just sit down and talk with you all about the state of Destiny, which kind of sounds a little silly. It sounds like the State of the Union address from the president, but I'd really just like to talk about Destiny because this game has been out for a month. It's been out for 30 days exactly. It came out on September 9th. And today I am recording this, the day I upload it, it is October 9th, okay? So with this video, I just want to talk about the current state of Destiny. What's going on? How do we feel about this game? And I'd like this to be kind of an interactive thing with you guys active in the comments below, letting me know what do you actually think about Destiny. And you can go along with each point and give me your reactions because I'm interested in knowing what you guys have to say about this game because there's a lot of opinions out there. Destiny has a pretty vocal community. It'd be nice to see what you guys think about this game as well. So first off, we're going to talk about, was Destiny worth the $60 and is it still worth the $60? Well, I paid $120 for this game because I initially bought it on PS4 and then I didn't realize that they were doing the free upgrade deal, so I bought it on 360, and now I have it on 360 and Xbox One and PS4. So essentially, I paid $120 for this game. However, I usually measure whether a product is worth it, a game was worth it, by how much time I spend playing it and how much time I enjoy playing it. And typically, a AAA title these days, the story mode will last anywhere from 8 to 12 hours. If it has multiplayer, that's kind of another situation altogether. Destiny is a very unique game, so I don't think you can lump it into that category. However, Destiny, in my opinion, was 100% worth the $60. And I paid, again, $120. I think it was 100% worth the $120 I paid on this game. Because Destiny has kept my attention for 30 days. And 30 days is a long time to keep my attention. I usually just play games and then toss them out. And that's just, I don't literally toss them out. I just don't play them again. And Destiny has kept my attention. And it's been fun. Destiny is an incredibly fun game. And so I think Destiny was 100% worth my money. And it's 100% worth everyone else's money, in my opinion. Now, you could be someone that doesn't have a lot of money to spend on games, and this is one of your only games you're going to buy in the year, yada yada. Destiny is still worth it, in my opinion, okay? So let me know what you guys think about that, if it was worth your money. A lot of people talk about hype. That's a popular buzzword phrase in this industry right now, whether games are hyped or overhyped. And recently, Watch Dogs was one of those games where everyone was like, "Oh, so overhyped," which I don't like that phrase because the way people use it, it's like they assign the word hype to a game. Watch Dogs is overhyped instead of I overhyped Watch Dogs, because I think hype is something that applies to each individual person that buys the game. Everyone has their own opinions. And so really what we're talking about here is, did Destiny meet our expectations? Okay, I can't speak for all of you. However, the thing with Destiny is, with all the marketing, we've heard that Activision spent $500 million, advertising this game. I feel that, and I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way, I set some very unrealistic expectations for Destiny. And the problem is that the game, after playing it for 30 days, it just feels a little hollow. Like there's plenty of things to do in Destiny, plenty of things to spend your time on, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like there's enough. And it may be because the way Bungie presented their story here that it feels like that, but they have this vast universe, and it seems the only things you can do in it are shoot aliens and get loot, okay? And I think the reason, when you compare this game to Borderlands, the reason it worked more with Borderlands is that Borderlands didn't take itself seriously, okay? Borderlands came out and their whole ad campaign was about getting bazillions of guns, okay? Destiny is not about that. It's about becoming legend. It's about killing these aliens and, being the best guardian that you can be. And like I said, becoming legend. And I think that, again, I set unrealistic expectations for this game after playing other RPGs, and this game doesn't like to label itself as an MMO, but it's as close as you're going to get on the console to an MMO, besides maybe Final Fantasy Online or an actual MMO. Anyways, yes, I think that generally people set their bar of expectation a little too high on this game, and it does feel hollow. And so, yes, I do think that I personally overhyped this game, and I think that a lot of other people probably overhyped this game as well, but the game itself was not overhyped. Destiny is not an overhyped game. That just does not make sense. Now let's talk replayability. Is there enough content here to keep everyone coming back? So far, the only kind of, post-release content that we've gotten are 2 events, the Queen's Wrath and the Iron Banner, which is currently going on now, and the Vault of Glass, which this was already in the game. The Vault of Glass was in the game, but it wasn't activated or accessible for players yet, until it was released by Bungie a week later. Anyways, right now, is there enough content in this game to keep me coming back? I say no, because again, I think the game just feels a little hollow. There's not enough stuff to do, okay? And maybe it's that there's not enough variety. That's probably the better word to say. There's not enough variety of gameplay. It's just a bunch of shooting. We've already talked a little bit about this. However, I think the defining moment for this game will be the first DLC, because whatever move Bungie makes with the first DLC will be, how this game is going to progress, throughout its lifespan, its life cycle, as long as people play the game. They've said that Destiny is a 10-year franchise. We don't know if they meant they're releasing 1 sequel, 2 sequels. We're not sure. However, this first DLC, The Dark Below, it's coming out in December. I believe the decisions they make in that sequel, in this expansion, will, it'll seal Destiny's fate. And I think some key things they need to do are, 1, they have to increase the level cap. It has to increase, because a classic RPG mechanic is leveling up. And once players reach a max level, they don't have a lot to do traditionally. Now, Bungie and Destiny, they have the vaults, the Vault of Glass, the raids, the heroic strikes, those things, but those things do get repetitive. And the thing is, we need a solid progression, and the progression needs to keep going. People don't want to max out one character and then play through the same game again. They want more content, and that's really a cornerstone of MMOs and RPGs. Destiny really isn't an MMO in the classic sense, but still, it's that type of game. So I think the things they need to do in the Dark Below expansion, they need to increase the level cap, and they need to give us a new area. We can't keep playing in the same areas. It just cannot happen. If you have to, make Neptune or Jupiter and find a way for us to get there and play on it, do that. But we can't keep playing the same content over and over. It's not going to last. I've had a ton of fun playing Destiny for 30 days, but I don't know how much longer it's going to last, because the only things I truly play anymore are the weekly heroic strikes and the Vault of Glass raid, and even I'm getting tired of that raid. So it's really, the ball is in Destiny and Bungie's court. And also, I do believe the only thing keeping me coming back and playing as well is gameplay. Destiny is masterfully crafted in terms of gameplay. The classes are all very well done, in my opinion, and there's some variety there. And so I think the whole gameplay mechanics, going down from primary weapons to special weapons to heavy weapons, the different ammo types, the different elemental damages, the different subclasses, whether I want to be a Sunsinger or a Blade Dancer, all of those mechanics are very, very well done. And I think that's really the only thing that Destiny is, it's leaning on its gameplay. It really is, because a lot of people were unsatisfied by the story, including myself. Very underwhelmed by the main story, leveling up from 1 to 20. And so, like I said, the ball is in Bungie's court with these expansions, and they will be the defining moment for this game, in my opinion. In terms of support, Bungie has probably done an okay job so far. I think everyone can agree with that because they did make that major change with the Cryptarch. A lot of people were frustrated with the engram system and how they were getting legendary engrams but getting rare, rewards out of them because they hated the Cryptarch. And, some other frustrating little, random number generator things. A lot of people on the Destiny the Game subreddit praise RNGesus, which is the random number generator Jesus. They're joking around because the RNG in the game when it initially came out was frustrating, like I said. And so I think Bungie did a great job, fixing that system because you don't want your game to be frustrating. And it was frustrating a lot of people, and I think they were pretty proactive in that space. However, the community for Destiny is, like I said, it's very vocal. And the thing is, a lot of people complain, okay? A lot of people complain about this game, but there are also people that provide constructive criticism, and I think that's great. Every game needs a little bit of constructive criticism because no game is truly perfect. It just cannot be achieved. It hasn't been achieved yet, and I doubt it will in the future. And so the community has vocalized a lot of improvements that they believe will make this game better, and I totally agree with a lot of these improvements. And so I have a list of 30 from Kotaku, and I will give you guys a link in the description below to this article if you want to read further. But these are just some changes that I agree with almost every single one of these changes that would make this game just superior, more fun, less frustrating, more accessible, easier, just all of these things that are just quality of life or quality of game improvements. And so now, I'm not going to read every single little thing that they have on this article. That's why I have it linked in the description for you all. However, I'm going to go over some really obvious additions I think that should be implemented in the game. These are constructive criticism little points, and I think they are super important. So, the first one is sparrow races. The first time I saw a sparrow and I rode it for about the first hour, I realized they should have sparrow races. It makes so much sense. It would be a nice break from all the shooting and loot collecting that pretty much is the core of Destiny. And so sparrow races just seem like an obvious improvement, and I think they should be there. Another thing is an in-game stats page. A lot of people don't, again, they want a little break from the game and they want to see how many Vex they've killed, how many precision shots they've gotten on fallen captains, how many times they've used their exotic rocket launcher, rocket launcher. They want to know these things, and it just seems like it's an obvious addition. It's another one of those just, why is this not in the game? It seems like it really should be. Why is it not? Things like ship customization and player customization in terms of your hair and your skin, maybe even change your race. That would probably be a hard thing to do, but it's a possibility, and I don't understand why these things aren't in the game. Some people say that there's not enough things to do in the tower, and it's totally true. The tower is really, unfortunately, it's a sad, expose on exactly what this game is. It's very static in a sense that when you're playing an MMO game, you go around and you talk to people. You don't really talk to them. There's no cutscene, but when you click on the person, their face doesn't move, they don't make any kind of indication that you're even there, and you just get a wall of text. In this game, you don't even get a wall of text. You just talk to Master Rahool, he just sits and stands there. He may say something, but his lips don't even move. Actually, I'm not sure if they move, but the point is, it makes the game feel lifeless, and it doesn't make sense in a game has such a vast, fiction going along with it. It's like another universe. It's like a Star Wars universe. That's what Destiny is. It's its own IP, and it just doesn't seem deep enough in that sense. So some other improvements people want are meaningful clans, okay? So a clan really doesn't do anything. It's just a group of people that you gather with and you have your little name up there. However, there's no clan bonuses, there's no customizable clan emblems, nothing like that, and those things seem obvious. Another thing is custom emblems. It seems like custom emblems are an obvious addition as well. A lot of people want matchmaking for certain modes that they just neglected to add it to, you know, because a lot of people don't have 6 people that they can just say, hey, let's do a raid, come on, let's do it, you know. They just don't have those resources. They don't have enough people that they know that play Xbox, and that's a problem. You're alienating a large group of your audience, and so that just seems obvious. Another thing is to name your characters. This is very small, but again, I've said obvious a billion times. It just makes sense. Why can I not change the name of each individual guardian that I have? I want my hunter to be unique compared to my titan and my warlock. You know, it makes sense. And mission variety is another one. I've said it 5 times in this video. All we do is shoot people and get loot in this game. There needs to be more to do. There just really needs to be more to do. I'm sorry. That's all I have to say about that. Finally, an inventory wheel. This makes a lot of sense because the inventory system is, number 1, very clunky. Number 2, very slow. Absolutely slow. 100% slow. Sometimes it takes 10 seconds to load when I'm in a game with my friends. That's a problem when I'm trying to use my ammo synthesis, which, by the way, why do I need to go in the inventory to use? There should be a button that I don't even have to go to the inventory, because the whole purpose of this ammo synthesis is to help me while I'm shooting people, you know? I shouldn't have to run to cover and then wait for my inventory to load for 10 seconds and then have to deal with that. I thought that was the last thing I was going to say, but I'm reading some more things that I need to talk about with you guys. Grimoire cards, okay? The Grimoire cards are not in the game. You have to go to either to an app or to Bungie's website to read about the lore of the game. That's a huge, huge problem. It makes it seem like it was an afterthought. The whole lore of the game was an afterthought. That's what the Grimoire system makes it feel like. And it even tells you every time you get a Grimoire card, but you can't view it in the game. It's absolutely insane. It makes no sense. They need to improve on that. Finally, there's no map, okay? When you go to the tower, you can access a map by going to a droid, which doesn't make sense. You can't pull it out wherever you are. And there are no maps of the actual, you know, places you can go on each destination. So in the Cosmodrome, I don't know how to get, let's say I'm a new player, I have no idea how to get to the Devil Walker unless I go out and check every single nook and cranny to find it myself, and then I'll have to remember where to go. You know, that's kind of a, oh, of course, that makes sense deal, but at the same time, it'd be nice to have a map. That's another convenience thing, and it increases the quality of life for your players. So, I've talked a bunch in this video. I want to know what you guys think about all of this. What is your opinion on the state of Destiny? Has this product been worth it for you? Has it been worth the $60 you paid for it? Did it meet your expectations? Was it overhyped in your opinion? Was it overhyped? Did you overhype the game is what I meant to say. Is there enough here to keep you coming back and playing this game for a long time? It's a legitimate thing. Is the replay value high enough for you? And do you think Bungie has supported this game enough? I think they've done a moderate job, like I said, in the first 30 days, but they need to keep up this streak of making okay changes, you know, or good changes in an okay amount of time, because obviously there are a lot of things that would improve Destiny, like I just went over, and let me know if these things, you know, if you guys believe these things will improve the game as well. Anyways, please, again, be active in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was entertaining for you. I hope it was thought-provoking in some way. And I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.